After a lifetime of using Windows, switching to Mac is probably one of the hardest decisions that I ever had to make. So in this video, we're just going to be talking about why I decided to switch to Mac and how the switch has been so far, and if I'll actually recommend anybody switching to. So if you're somebody who's been thinking about switching to Mac from Windows, stick around to the end of this video because we have a lot to talk about. And if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe because we have more content like this coming to the channel soon. So let's head back home and talk about the reasons why I decided to switch to Mac. All right, welcome back, guys. It kind of felt nice, so I decided to do the video out here. So let's go straight to why I decided to switch to Mac, especially after using Windows my entire life. Well, the first reason, or the main reason why I honestly decided to switch was because I was already deep in the Apple ecosystem. Given that I already had an iPhone, I had AirPods, I had my Apple Watch, and they all seamlessly work together. But with my Windows computers, not so much. Things like AirDrop, iMessage, Handoff, they just didn't work with my laptop, with my Windows computer. I constantly found myself having to look for third-party apps, using cables to transfer, and emailing files to myself. And since I sometimes shoot with my phone, it was a lot of work having to transfer lots of files to my Windows computer, and it was so stressful. And I just honestly needed the switch. It wasn't just about the ecosystem. I needed something very powerful and portable, and I'm always on the move, whether it's working on client projects or just doing my videos for my channel. I just needed something that could handle my workload because I shoot in 4K 10-bit. My Windows computers, most of them that I had, they were not even able to play back the footage that I shot. I don't know if it's just me, but the overall Windows system was kind of like me having to deal with so many updates at the worst possible times. I might be in the middle of a project and I'm kind of like in a haste to get it done, and then bam, the computer is updating. It was just frustrating. With Windows, I just kept running into random crashes, having to update my drivers. I had times that my speakers would stop working, and I just had to download certain applications to keep my computer running. Viruses, I had to download, I had to get maybe some paid third-party apps. I didn't really have the patience to deal with that. So, um, yeah, so I just decided I'm just gonna get the Mac. So how has the switch been so far? It has been a great experience so far, and I'm quite happy that I decided to switch because, like I said earlier, I already had the iPhone. I was already very deep in the Apple ecosystem, and right now everything just seems to work flawlessly. Now I can transfer my files without having to worry about if the files are gonna go through. I just use AirDrop, and I can literally just copy on my iPhone and then I paste on my Mac, and my life is so much better right now. I feel a lot better because with Windows I kind of felt a little stuck somewhere because I will keep wondering how I'm going to transfer my files and if they're ever going to go through. Right now I just feel a lot happier, and I feel like I'm making some moves. The first day I got it, the first thing that stood out was just the build quality of the Mac. I decided to go with the 16-inch MacBook Pro, and this one has 64 gigabytes of RAM, and it has the M1 Max processor in it, so it has 1 terabyte of space. And when I got it, right, I've never really been a person that really cares about computer speakers, but after listening to the speakers I was so impressed that since I got it, I've never used headphones on this. I only use my AirPods. I actually enjoy doing my edits on this with just the speakers on the laptop. It had incredible speakers, and the keyboard, oh my god, is so incredible. The trackpad, Apple's trackpad is just the best you can get. You cannot find any better trackpad than the Apple's trackpad. I've never, since I got it, I've never used it with a mouse. I just use it with the trackpad because it's just that good. And two, the screen quality. The quality of the screen is just so incredible. It's so vibrant and sharp, and it just helps me, to go through my color grading process is so easy. I love color grading, and this computer just, completes the circle. The overall usability has just been incredible. It has been smooth. The M1 Max processor is just so powerful that I don't have to worry about my processing power. Everything just works. I didn't go for any newer Macs because first of all, because of the price. I got this used for about 2,500, and it carries my workload, so I didn't have to worry about upgrading. I think I'm gonna be using this for quite a while because the build quality is so incredible, and I feel like it's gonna take me through a lot of stuff, and I'm gonna stick around with it for quite some time. Mac OS was kind of intimidating at first, but now I see why people love it. Things like spotlight search, mission control, and the trackpad gestures makes productivity a lot more efficient. Apple's trackpad system is so incredible. You should definitely try it out. Would I recommend anybody switching from Windows to Mac? Switching to Mac to me wasn't just about getting a new laptop. It was honestly about getting a computer that suits my lifestyle and something that could carry my workload, and I just wanted something that would make my life easier. If you're somebody who's just getting into the computer world, honestly any computer these days can handle basic tasks like browsing the internet, watching videos. I don't think you really have a big problem there. But if you're somebody who's already in the Apple ecosystem like I was, I think switching to Mac is going to be the best decision that you ever had to make. Choosing between a Mac and a Windows all depends on what you need a computer for. If you're somebody who's a gamer, for example, well, Windows is definitely the way to go, given that Windows is so customizable and it has a lot of accessories that you can add to it. So I think if you're a gamer, Windows is going to be the best decision that you make. I think this is going to be it. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about why Windows is way better than Mac. So stay tuned and watch out for that video. And if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe because we have a lot more content like this coming to the channel. Thank you. When I first got it,